Blog Talk Radio.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Llamo Beastmaster. This is CarnivalSpirits. What the fuck is going on? Who's on the line?
Don K.O.
What up, man? It's done it.
The Three Stooges are in the house.
Yeah.
We just listened to the BLASTA from the Mighty Death Pop. And that is the topic at hand. Who's got some deep thoughts on this masterpiece, this BLASTA piece from ICP?
Well, for one, I can say it's a good song, and I'm sure it's a song that a lot of us can relate to, because I bet a lot of us have been bullied when we used to be in school.
So you're saying that this is a song about being bullied? This is a song about bullying, and yet I don't really, too often, almost never, hear anybody actually say the words bullying when they're talking about this song. They don't want to actually say the words. This song is about bullying.
Exactly.
It's a song bullying the bulliers. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's who's ever fucking picked on someone or some shit and fed up with it and taking action against the people who are fucking with others.
Yeah, definitely taking action. More than bullying back, Violent J is fucking murdering these people who are bullying him. He's taking them the fuck out.
I think it's interesting how he was talking about, years pass and then his kid gets bullied and it reminds him of murder. I started thinking, I'm like, well, I wonder if there's actually any truth to that because, I don't know. I've never really seen this kid's face, but I would imagine, people know who his dad is. So is there a chance that he would get bullied in school maybe?
You're asking if Violent JJ is going to be like his old man, if the apple's going to fall far from the tree. And I think that's a really good thing to point out because he's always kind of incorporating his brother, Jump Steady, into his rhymes. And Bang Pow Boom came out. He mentioned how Shaggy's sons look just like Shaggy and his little boy looks just like Daddy. That's obviously ICP showing the softer side of themselves, but that's Violent J mentioning his son for the first time in a song. And then when the BLASTA comes around, this is more of him in a fictional way, just like when Violent J writes a song about being a sleepwalker, where he falls asleep and while he's walking around, he's actually murdering motherfuckers. And when he wakes up, oh, wow, was that really me? He has to go to counseling, to, like, group therapy. Hi, I'm Violent J. What's your problem? And well, I'm not really sure if it's me, but it's a song about him murdering the people that are bullying him in his life and say, leave him alone. That ain't cool. That's how the song kicks off. And you just know that ICP is doing what they do best, and Jay goes right into it, right at the fucking beginning. He was 13, and they were hurtful and mean. That mind frame of I was fucked with my whole life, and it started when I was a kid in school with all the other assholes, and most of them were Richies and snobs, and who knows. ICP's been churning out songs like this forever. The fuck yous from American Psycho's EP.
Don't forget Toy Box. Don't forget Toy Box also.
Or Vera Lee from Bang Pow Boom, that high school girl who was different, and all he knew was that she was cool. All right, everyone else was fucking mean. She was always sick every day, and then she was gone. But what about Shaggy 2 Dope, the yellow bus from Eye of the Storm? Pick us up, come on and pick us up. That's actually like an anthem for the retards and all the other moo-moos that we make fun of on a daily basis. And, quite frankly, like even other juggalos will make fun of other juggalos because they come across retarded.
Well, that's like my girlfriend. She finds that word offensive.
Yeah, so a lot of people do. Because
she used to work at an elementary school and take care of kids like that.
Now, another song that I'm thinking of is Suicide Hotline from Hell's Pit, or even In My Room from Hell's Pit. How about Juggalo Paradise from Bizarre Bizarre, the one right before Crystal Ball? Play With Me from the Juggle Brothers. Now, what do these songs have in common? How about Under the Moon from Malenko, or Ninja from Tunnel of Love? You already mentioned Toy Box, but how about Amy's in the Attic or Mr. Johnson's Head? Or what about going all the way back to Never Had It Made from Carnival of Carnage? All these songs are from the perspective of a kid in school. okay? You ain't fucking with me because I'm going to grade 3. Damn, I wish I could be a ninja. He's drawing ninjas on his notebook. You know, Under the Moon, it was a high school romance gone wrong when his girlfriend got raped and he murdered the rapist and went to jail. And now he looks up at the moon and he's like, you know, we're supposedly both under this moon, but now you're out banging other dudes and I'm in jail for fucking defending your honor. So fuck you and the moon. Yeah, Play With Me from Juggle Brothers. That's awesome. That's from the toys perspective, you know what I'm saying? So why don't you come play with me? But you throw me back in the box when you don't need me, and you use me up and then you throw me away, and that's coming from the toys perspective. Violent J writes songs about being lonely and just snapping and going berserk in my room, talking to fucking ghosts, and she's the one telling him to go murder people. As soon as he does it, she don't show her up anymore, and where's the tap? He's waiting forever, you know? Suicide Hotline. Have you ever seen them perform and do Suicide Hotline live?
Oh, yeah, I have.
It's just fucking awesome. Let's see. Out of all these songs, BLASTA, it's short for the Bully BLASTA, and it's really a feel-good song for anybody who's been picked on or made fun of or harassed or accosted. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is teen bully suicides in the news a lot more recently than they have been?
Oh, yeah. The last couple years been pretty bad with that shit.
I know. I explained to some people, like, I remember when we were growing up when it wasn't a topic that people talked about a lot when we were all growing up.
It's had to deal with things.
Twisted put out PSA on Heartbroken and Homicidal. You know, that song was about committing suicide after being bullied. Dig that hole and bury me. I don't know the fucking words, but it is a song that I was actually quite surprised that they were doing live on tour. Every time I saw them, they would perform PSA, the World of Web store. I don't actually know the language of text messaging, but, you know, it's kill yourself and... Come on, you guys know the song, right? Am I the only one that knows the song?
Yeah, I know it because the times where I've seen it, they performed it live, and it is pretty good live. That is an anti-bullying sentiment, an anti-suicide sentiment, double whammy at the same time. And we're putting bullies in the lineup with the usual suspects of the Dark Carnival victims in a major way. Even Violent JJ has to kill the hater. And Violent J is like, I had an intuition. It was murder. Hey, little JJ, do you have anything to do with this? He's like, don't worry, Dad. Just put it out of your mind. It's all over. You know, that is the last time he shouted out his son. He was saying, my little boy looks just like Daddy. And now little JJ is telling me not to worry about it when bullies show up missing. And I'm just saying, this is an incredibly ballsy and a witty way to put the microscope on some bad behavior that really goes on under the fucking radar. It's like Halls of Illusion, that spousal abuse, and that's why ICP is ICP, because these are the wicked clowns, okay? They don't just make you laugh. In their world, the bully gets what's coming to them. He doesn't fuck around on this one. His lyrics are strong. They're on point. Kurt Green was hurtful and mean, you know, always fucking with Jay in the hallways. All the kids say, abuse the loser. You see, this is something that's condoned. The majority of the kids in the school will chant and circle up and laugh at the kid while he's getting bullied. You guys remember that from school? Because I went to a high school, and I remember that shit. Oh, yeah, I remember that when I was going to school.
He walks into the lunchroom. He gets punched. Everybody laughs when he gets spit on.
Yeah.
And in these lyrics, Violent J is talking about killing each of his bullies, and there's one bully during each time of his life. It's the kid Kurt Green in high school. We're not even on the second verse yet, but when he says Eddie's got a gun in his closet way up in the black box, he doesn't actually use that fucking gun to kill anybody. Okay, it was fucking locked. It was locked up with all the crack rocks. I love when Shaggy Two Dope says, "Fuck it." He always chimes in, just says, "Fuck it." But he doesn't have access to Eddie's gun, so he improvises. Simple disaster equals get up early for the bus stop, stab Kurt Green in the forehead with an ice pick, It's Sharon Stone's second favorite weapon of choice next to the pussy power, in Basic Instinct. But, that's the debut of the Bully BLASTA. I would love to see a video for this song. Get Light Diamond and Shaggy up on the chorus.
Have JJ on there.
Yep.
Doing his thing.
Before we get to JJ, verse 2, he's 22 years old. He says he's feeling lifeless, so he answers the call of the Army. It just reminds me of those M. Night Shyamalan movies. You ever see Signs?
Oh, yeah.
Signs?
The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, The Happening. Did you ever see Signs with Mel Gibson? Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix, how he's, thinking about joining the Army, and that recruiter's like, come on, son, sign your name down, join us. Have you guys ever been solicited to join the Army before by a recruiter?
Well, my grandpa always asks me about it sometimes whenever I visit him.
Well, it's something that a lot of people feeling like there's nothing for them in society. They're feeling lifeless, and going in the Army gives them something to do. It gives them something to focus on. It could even teach them discipline and whatnot and teach them some skills.
I don't know, man. But I remember my friend went, and he wanted to go forever to the Army. And I hadn't seen him for years. And one day I'm working at Pizza Hut, and I see him in the front. I'm like, holy shit, he's alive. So I go to talk to him, and he's not looking at me. He's looking through me. And I was like, what have you been up to, dude? It's a little weird talking to him because he looks lifeless. The energy around him feels lifeless. And instead of talking to me, say, no, I've been good or nothing, he does the hand motion of a gun trigger. And I was like, wow, holy shit, what happened to him? It's crazy.
Going through some shell shock or something.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty bad.
I'm glad you shared that because I've never actually been in the Army myself. Just thinking about the pressure. Violent J doesn't kill his sergeant. His drill sergeant's barking orders at him. And he's sharing his living quarters with a big-time prick from Oklahoma. Can't stand him or his aroma. That's the fucking bully. The drill sergeant doesn't meet, Sergeant Pyle's fate. The big, thick-necked jock flexing his drawers, the white boxes, T-shirt. Picture this guy. They all kiss his ass. They don't want to be next. He's a bully, and even in the Army, you can't escape that one guy that's bullying everybody else. He snores like a bear, except for when Jay slices his windpipe straight-edge razor with his bully BLASTA behavior. The song is ruthless, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a warning to bullies everywhere. Watch out who you're bullying. You don't know who's going to snap. You know what I mean? And just take you out. Just watching Batter Santa the other day. You ever see that one with Billy Bob Thornton?
I love that movie.
When Thurman Merman decides to finally stand up for himself and kick his bully in the balls, and then he drives away in his bicycle, puts his middle finger up in the back of his T-shirt. It says, shit happens when you party naked.
Fuck yes.
Makes me want to watch the movie Major Pain. That movie's funny.
Third verse, there's Violent J going to his wife's office party, and it's his wife's boss who's actually sexually harassing everyone, the women, goosing them and shit, and threatening to dock pay, fire, whatever. And Violent J is like, fuck this, I'm going to throw you out the goddamn window because I am the bully BLASTA. I've been long retired. But when I was a younger dude in the Army, in high school, I used to murder motherfuckers that tried to bully the people around them. So in a way, it really is just like a knock that dumb shit off or you're going to get hurt. And check yourself before you wreck yourself, motherfucker.
And that shit does happen too much in the, job type world and shit. I know for, not personally, but it happened to someone that had a real good job. Same shit. No matter how high up, how good you're doing.
Damn straight.
Or you said how it would make a good music video. Here's this. What if it would make a good movie like Bowling Balls? That would probably be good too. They made it like a movie also.
Like a short movie, a long music video with a story.
Yeah, like Bowling Balls. I could imagine that too.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I love the Bowling Balls video. That shit in 3D was awesome.
Shaggy's funny in that video.
Give me the ball.
Every time me and my homies would watch that, we just laughed so hard watching it.
I love it. Well, hey, guys, thank you for making this a successful podcast on the Mighty Death Popcast series. I guess we're up to the next track, which, I like that we don't have to do this every day because I couldn't keep it up, but the next episode, Kickin' is next in line.
Oh, yeah, sounds good.
Yep.
Thanks for calling in, dudes. Chaos.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I will talk to you guys later.
All right, later.
I can tell.
Peace.